my channel. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Felicia. If you do not know me, welcome in. I am Felicia. I am a human and civil rights advocate, and I run a nonprofit in women's health called Divas Can Manifest. Go ahead and find our third channel down below. Connect with Divas Can Manifest there. We are daily videos there. Okay, we have daily videos there. Welcome into our space. Welcome into our community. I would like to formally invite and welcome the Divine Masculine. This is a mutual dream, okay? So welcome in the Divine Masculine, not just for myself, but your Divine Masculine as well, especially if you have not yet aligned with this person, okay? Aligning starts with an intention, and I know that one of the messages that is coming out today is around your love, right? So if you have not aligned with your divine counterpart, it's because you have not received it yet, and you need to train your body, mind, and spirit to receive. We do have quite a few dream masculines here in the collective, and I would first like to invite them into our space. They're here to protect our women and children. And two, this dream is designed to so that there is no deception, okay? So don't lie, all right, friends? I think that that's the biggest lesson that we have learned in the collective is do not lie, do not act, do not portray, do not masquerade around. Do not steal other people's work. Do not copyright infringe. Do not, okay? Because this is designed to protect from deception, mischief, and any spiritual systems that do not serve our inner needs, okay? I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for shopping at Cosmic Intelligence. How are you feeling? We have most recently gone through a very intense period of apathy with the enemy, with the opposing forces, with the negative forces, anything that has been blocking or averting on your path, okay? So we are coming out of that. Thank you so much for being patient and staying strong. We are getting on a new schedule, a new timeline, a new frequency. We are evolving. So this is a tough time for the people who are getting left behind because we are consciously aware of them getting left behind, okay? There are people taking major losses in the collective because of what has been revealed through the unseen realm and at Felicia Tarot. Okay, we love it here. So speaking of, we will be tapping into the unseen realm. This is a handmade deck by Felicia Tarot, Divas Can Manifest org, and it is definitely a part of the vision. But also too, we'll be using just the random channeled messages. If you are familiar, this deck has been featured a lot on the channel, and if you are new here and you've never seen it before, these are handmade decks. They are not perfect. They are not an exact science, but the unseen realm is meant to help you too, okay? To help us collaborate as cognitive connections and kindred spirits to discern and to remove blockages and limitations from our North Node path. Okay, I hope you are on a path if you are here. I love you. Welcome in. Also, subscribe to our lifestyle channel where we have a lot of behind the scenes about what's going on with the organization, how you can get involved, more about our mutual dream and why we are here, performances and more, okay? Please stay patient with us. We are going through quite a turbulent time as we take this journey into the light, okay? The unseen realm, a journey to the light. But I won't yap too much. You guys know that we need your help, your funding to keep our lights on so that we can continue making this information accessible to all, okay? We have 4 overhead cards for you to choose from. Pile 1, you are the vision. Pile 2, you are the storm. And pile 3, you are the one. Pile 4, you are the mask. Juicy. Let's get into it. I love you guys so much. I'll see you in your selection. Bye. Hi, pile 1. Welcome to your selection. So you chose the vision. So, you know, people, what was hidden, I don't think that this is hidden from you, but it could have been hidden from you, but people are seeing that you've had a vision. Some of you guys are psychics. You teleported, like, I don't know, you're That's So Raven, and you had a vision and you stopped and teleported to another realm and came back and made it come to life. LOL. Okay. So some of you guys, did you know that this was a mutual dream? Some of you, this is somebody that you are working with, a divine counterpart, a 7th house, through the 7th house, a partnership, a union that may involve a contract, a marriage, a formal commitment, a business agreement. This may involve something intensely private as well, okay? So there are a lot of changes and evolution happening around this. For one, people are starting to realize your vision. It may be your own vision or your own mutual dream, but people are starting to realize that you are a mentor or you are a guide. You are a leadership position, and there's a vision to refine character and to put people on the path to personal development. People, what was hidden from you is that you have this vision is coming to life. This vision is becoming real. And something that you may have felt was unattainable is becoming tangible and indeed attainable. And there has been something that has been a blockage to this vision, though. This vision, some of you guys may struggle to stay connected to your vision because there are energy vampires who have been draining you for their psychic survival. They have been disconnecting you from your vision. They have been posing as blockages, fatigue, chronic complaining. And there was, maybe these were other people who have been projecting onto your vision, or people who have been, or, you know, people who have been projecting onto your vision, or this is your own projection, delusion, something imagined, an altered instinctual response, hallucination, or hypochondria. This has been in the way of the dream. So if your person, tell your divine counterpart that there has been a dangerous and volatile projection getting in the way of the dream. This may have been a health scare, or this may have been a health issue that have actually prevented you from feeling like this dream is attainable. From the unseen realm, let's get into it. What is hidden from you, pile 1? Okay, some of you guys, there has been a lot of hospitalization or projections that make you lose your vision. Okay, everyone wants to be around you because you have a vision, or everyone wants to be around you and your person because you guys have a vision. This is a special vision because otherwise both of your lives become dull. It's like you would, if this is a person, this person, you guys, when you come together, it's like you feel enchanting and enlivened. You both make each other want to have sex, or everyone wants to have sex with you guys, okay? Something like that, or something, there's something where there's like instinctually people want to have sex with you because you guys are sirens, for one, and they don't know that this is actually like you being a siren. This vision, some of you guys have become fully embodied through the activation and destruction of divine masculine. But I'm also getting that this has also, you are extremely traumatized peoples, you and your divine counterpart. And maybe this is what's hidden in the dream, is that you haven't been knowing that this person has been extremely traumatized, and both of you guys have been struggling to evolve. you both are sirens. This person as well. They get a lot of attention. You get a lot of attention. There's so much. Maybe there's even fame or performance involved in the situation. But this is triggering and dangerous because you guys are highly sensitive and traumatic. You don't People have an instinctual response to you that may lead to a dangerous projection. Like, it may lead to chaos ensuing because of, like, you don't see yourself as others do in the world. You may see yourself as, oh my God, I'm this ordinary person that's just like working through all this traumatic experiences. But your strength is so embodied in your physical vessel, how you carry yourself, and how put together you've remained through all of the struggle and strife, and also just like how you have rewired some type of cognition, or you've done something that has like shaped your neural pathway. Like, you may be quite literally facing a traumatic experience or dealing with a circumstance that you are not happy with, right? Some of you guys are not reaching the fully intended target. But you being this siren, or you being this person that has rewired and reshaped your neural pathways, the revolution is inward. A lot of you guys have been struggling with sadness, fatigue, laziness, or feeling lethargic, apathetic, because there's been so much projection, dangerous delusions and imaginations, okay? Some of you guys, you have a lot of dreams of death because there are a lot of people who wish that you are dead, actually. Ooh, yeah, common dream, teeth, okay? Addictions, ooh, I like that. I was just thinking about that last night. And then we have false awakening dreams, okay, from the unseen realm. Power one. So, sorry if I'm getting all over the place, but, you know, something that is hidden from you may involve a, this is, okay. So, let me step back a few seconds because I want to make sure I get this point across. Okay, some of you guys, you are sensitive to people, okay? And this may make you very intensely private because some of you guys get a lot of attention going out. But what you have, the vision that you've held for yourself, the standards that you've held for yourself is not common around amongst people who are similarly situated. So you guys, this is a psychological disorder, okay? Some of you guys, this has been an addiction that has been a natural production. And this involves maybe if you are a siren, you are becoming fully embodied. And there's been just like your instinctual response that has been altered, that has been producing this neuropsychological disorder. Some of you guys have been engaging in a behavior that is toxic to your growth and happiness, because, or it harms you, or it is something that you cannot control. This may be you or somebody that you're dealing with. This has made your dreams or your vision feel unattainable because there's been so much substantial harm and negative consequences. And, you know, people don't see that you have been, like, they might see you in passing, like a stranger on the transit or something like that. And they don't know that you have had such a substantial harm and negative consequence. I feel like what is hidden from you is a toxic projection that you're okay. Okay? The truth is, people look at you and they're very vain. Okay? This is what the common dream is all about. The teeth dream is, maybe some of you guys really do have a fear of something bad happening to your teeth, or you've been rejected a lot. And the reason why you're rejected so much, this is not about like your appearance or your level of attractiveness. It is quite literally because you have been dealing with people who are extremely disordered and have no control and integrity over their inner spirit. These people, their life is dull and meaningless, and you are someone who has a vision. So naturally, these addictive people who are disordered and chaotic want to be around you, but they might reject you in an arrogant way when they cannot articulate something. I'm hearing something with communication. When they cannot articulate something, when they cannot communicate something, they feel unprepared about something, embarrassed, or some of these people are ridiculed, or they just have a lot of fear, okay? These people they have no money, okay? Or they are appearing to have money. Some of them have been lying, and I feel like a lot of this is because of an inferiority, all right? So this feels like a situation. What is hidden from you is, and what is hidden from a lot of people probably, is that there's someone who is this person is hiding an addiction. This could be a substance, but this could also just be that this person is unaware of a neuropsychological disorder that they have. This person has been, or this is you. This is something that has been a struggle for you, because a lot of you guys have been wanting to find people who share your mutual dream, perhaps, or you've been looking for collaborations, or you've been looking for partners, and these people have been canceled, okay? They are lying about having a mutual dream with you, or they're not speaking up about something, is what I'm hearing. This is a rejection or something like that. What's hidden from you is a rejection to share a mutual dream, or this is somebody who is pretending to have this mutual dream, okay? This person is truly vain. There's someone who is very vain, and this is coming to the light that they are just not prepared. They're embarrassed. They're not embodied. Someone who's pretending to be embodied, and they may be like copywriting or infringing or just like duping you off with your dream, because they're truly not on path. They truly don't trust the flow. They're truly blocked feminine energy, and they're canceled, okay? Some of you guys need to go back and look at your old poems and old records, and these have been cracking the codes, okay, to an addiction or to some type of psychological force that has been stopping you from like reaching your fully intended target. If you feel like your life is dull and exhausting, it's because you have moved away from your dream. This is not where you want to be. Reconnect with your vision, reconnect with your dream. And even if you're getting rejected, these feelings, these rejections or situations where you have been abandoned have been so substantially harmful and intense, and have had a lot of negative consequences. So some of you guys are struggling with releasing karmic partners because they are a neurological and psychological force that have harmed you and have led to negative consequences. And it'll always be an urge to reconnect with these people, but they're really projecting you. They do not share your mutual dream, okay? These people have been draining your life force. You are really outshining them, okay? Especially if these are people who are faking like they have your dream. These people just want to, I don't know, some of them just want to bandwagon from your success. They want a free ride. Some of them, they are getting outshined by you. They're not upheld in the press. Others, they have done something preposterous, and we don't trust them to stay on path, okay? So they're getting canceled, okay? Some of these people, they were doing something harmful to you because they projected onto your vision, or they projected onto your dream. Some of them have been growing old, or someone, this is a Virgo, or this is someone who is losing, no one is like, they're losing their vitality. They never had a dream. They never held strong roots, okay? They have been avoiding, just putting up the drama and the fight. And, these people project it onto your vision because they never had one, especially if they were growing old or they were never fulfilling at anything. They saw your work and they wanted to be around you, but they knew that because they were the ones growing old, that you would be taking over for them, that you would be replacing them, and that, you know, you guys would not, you know, this, because of something that they did was preposterous. You guys could have maybe formed some type of mutual dream and sustained a legacy and maintained a security with one another, but something that they did that was preposterous, or something that they did out of an addiction, has led to substantial negative consequences and substantial harm. Okay, this person has really had anxieties about their, you know, appearance, and I think that this is what has been hidden. Okay, that this person has really not, you know, they really are not embodied. The thing is, the reason why they're rejected is not because of how they look, but it's because they're not embodied. They're not, you know, speaking up. They're not articulating. They're not, you know, they're not being assertive. They're feeling inferior. Some of them don't have any money. Some of them are lying, or they're just lying. Okay, you know, some of these people don't have a, you know, integrity or honesty, okay, or control over their inner spirit, especially if this is someone who's of old age. The men who have been deemed unsafe, or the masculines that have been deemed unsafe for Divas Can Manifest org, are the ones who are extremely old, or they have a known addiction. Okay, these people cannot, especially the ones who have been on a substance, they are under a pathology, a psychological pathology, and they are not deemed safe for society. So you will need to let them go. Okay. But for others, this has been someone who's been projecting your vision or projecting your dream, or they did something negative and harmful to you because they saw you with a vision. Okay. They had an instinct that was a hallucination. Okay, but for, you know, but if this is you, some of you guys have been struggling with hospitalizations, hypochondria, or something that was imagined. Okay, so you are getting a lot of rewards quite naturally from resolving these pathologies. Okay, your health is becoming stronger, better, faster. Okay, I love that. Okay, so what is hidden from you, Power One, is that's what's hidden from you. Okay, though there's people who have been fighting and attacking your dream, and they're draining your life force and getting dull and unenlivened. Okay, because they cannot control themselves, they cannot communicate. Okay, so, you know, what do we need to know about this hidden situation? Some of you guys may be moving away from this person, or canceling friendship with this person, severing ties, or there might even be criminal punishment here for some of you guys. Okay, I'm also getting that some of you guys, what you need to know about this is that this is just an ad, or this is just a commercialization. Okay, that this person does not really, this is vanity, that this person does not really have a, like, they don't really have a vision, or they're not really capable of speaking up. They're not really capable of getting the point across, or of imparting the spiritual insights. They have been, some of them are malnourished and not confident enough. So this is not really, you know, some of them, their deception was by mistake, or they had a volatile mood swing, and it was an addiction that led to this. It was an intense urge, which means that they could not control their behavior, which means that they're not safe. They're characterized by a persistent and intense urge. Okay, they keep doing this, so that means that this is something that you need to move away from. Okay, this was a false awakening with this person. Okay, they're really unstable. Although you may have a Six of Cups with them, you may have shared a soul journey with them. This person is characterized by a persistent and intense emotional and volatile mood swing. Okay, and now that you have discerned this within this person, you are being rewarded to move beyond them. Some of them are just growing old, and they cannot, you know, this is just their health decline. This is their cognition declining. And this is not personal. You guys are the Six of Cups. Like, they really do love you, some of them. But this person was falsely awakened. I see what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that you realize that this was just a dream with this person, or that this dream has been shattered, that it's becoming dull and exhausting. Okay. If the relationship is becoming a burden, if it's becoming, you know, dull and exhausting, if it feels like, I don't want to say that something is unattainable. Some of you guys, this is a part, there's a natural reward around this. Some of you guys, there is a lot, you're dealing with someone who's mentally ill, or someone who's been having hospitalizations, hallucinations, or projecting a subconscious fear, and this is what makes them, you know, have become unstable and swing in a volatile mood swing that has actually led to a lot of negative consequences and substantial harm. Like, they love you for sure, but some of them, especially the really old ones, they have a lot of anxieties about their appearance and attractiveness when it comes to you. And this is not, they're really burdened, okay, about their past rejections, okay. Clarifying the Three of Pentacles, but there is the Two of Pentacles reverse. There is a lot of higher learning around this, and some of these people are recovering, you know, from a spiritual poverty. However, I do think that, you know, these volatile mood swings, some of them, this is just because they want to be around you because of your special vision, but they actually don't have, you know, some of them don't have the attractiveness to, you know, I'm being honest. Some of them are not attractive enough to be on a commercial. I'm sorry. That sounds really bad. Some of them are not attractive enough to be on a commercial, or some of them are not involved with the records, okay? They're not involved in the poetry, or they're not involved in the press and publications, okay? So let me see, you know, what else, what happens for the people who are canceled, okay? What happens for the people who are canceled with the Knight of Cups reverse? Okay, yeah, they're just, the people who are canceled are the ones who are not evolving, okay? These are people who probably use a substance, or they have a behavior that they cannot control, or they're just, you know, this is not because they don't love you. It's because they really truly feel embarrassed, some of them, because there has been talk about their teeth, or there has been talk about their attractiveness, and it is just not a situation that cannot be, this is a situation that cannot be reconciled. Because of their addiction, they have actually, there's been a lot of harsh communication to bring this person out of this delusion, projection, and, you know, something where they have been stopping your dream from being attainable. But it's like you literally just by force have outshined these people, because they were like, you know, this was a projection of their anxieties, but it may have basis in reality, okay? But these people, you know, they were doing something negative out of a delusion, out of something imagined, out of an altered instinct, hallucination, or hypochondria. And although you may feel this soul journey that you've taken with them to help them free themselves from a neuropsychopathology, they still cannot share the vision, because ultimately this is like severe and intense anxieties about their attractiveness, okay, or an organ inferiority complex, right? Some of them may have given you flowers, or they may have supported you in the past, right? The Six of Cups, right? There will be like, these relationships are growing old is what I'm hearing. Some of you guys have been with these people for a long time. These are your ex-partners. There's a lot of investments with one another, but you know, they have shown you time and time again that, you know, they continue to make the same choices, and you guys keep getting the same outcomes of this volatile mood swing. Some of them, they pretended to be awakened. They pretended to be, you know what I'm saying? They pretended to be alive. They pretended to be enchanting, right? They pretended to be embodied, but some of them, they're just pretending. They're just like bandwagoning from your vision, okay? They truly don't hold attractiveness, or they don't hold a vision, or they're not involved in the commercials, okay? Is what I'm hearing. So tell me about the Six of Cups, right? Yeah, the Six of Wands. They see you being very successful, right? This is a lot of victory and success and homecoming. But, you know, I definitely feel like, you know, you guys have lost full security within each other's lives, or they have, you know, they have been in a competition with you. or something bad is happening to them. Something bad is happening to them. They're losing their wealth. They're losing their property. They're losing, they're getting caught for crimes. They're losing their status. Some of them are growing old. They're getting phased out of a market. Some of them, they just never established anything. And for others, these are failed marriages, divorce, okay? Or these are canceled friends that cannot be safe in your reality because of these persistent behaviors where they're characterized by an intense urge, okay? They're disordered. And they see that you have been, looking back on them and holding your memory fond next to you, but it's not something that you need to have. And, this is not a true union, or this is something that is imagined, okay? Some of them, this is just for a commercial, or this is just for money, okay? Or you're realizing that the person that you built up a lot of commercialization with was just for money, okay, friends? That's what I'm saying about what is hidden from you. Let me know how this resonates, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye. Hi, Pal 2. Welcome to your selection. So you chose the storm. Okay, so what is hidden from you? Okay. This is around somebody that you rely on, or this is a situation that must be waited out, okay? You need to find a reliable friend or seek shelter during this time. This is a period of intense chaos, okay? Some people are seeing that you have met the one, okay, but you may be attracted to later pals. But, there's a lot of overwhelm, okay? I feel like the torment and the overwhelm of emotions is pretty much behind you. And there's nothing for you to judge in this situation, okay? I think that ultimately you call the shots and you have forgiven all, okay? Because you know that these people are disordered, and it does not make sense for you to hold on to resentment with people who have been disordered. Now, I definitely feel like there are some people who have lost a full security within your life, okay? These are people who cannot come into your home. They cannot come into your property. They cannot come into your organization. These are some people who have made it chaotic for your masculine as well, especially somebody that you rely on, all right? But I feel like, what is hidden from you is the truth and understanding that is providing relief. And that this is actually, you've done something, and this has been chaotic and emotionally overwhelming. People see you as a savage. Like you have meaningfully annihilated and obliterated whatever this was, okay? You found, people have seen you maybe find reliable friends and shelter. And through this period of disillusionment, there's been a lot of truth and understanding, okay, and forgiveness, for all. Because there was disorder here, including yourself perhaps, okay, and your masculine too. And, somebody that you have been relying on has been, they have been disturbed, okay, as well. But I feel like, something disturbing has been happening in the collective. Do not fight these people. People see this, okay? You have meaningfully obliterated and annihilated. But whoever this is that you're losing the full security with, this is something that must be waited out, okay? Because we're just watching them at this point. We're just watching them. This is disturbing the collective. We are at a point that they're rejected. They're abandoned, and some of them are they're the ones getting alienated now. They're the ones getting left out. They're the ones that cannot come along, right? They're getting left behind because they've been doing something, okay? This is just a period of waiting. There's nothing for you to judge or to do, because we're not going to harm them because they're already lost and disordered. So don't fight, okay? Do not respond. Do not fight. We're not talking to them, okay? Because this was not truly a matter about looks, gender, age, wisdom, or wealth. we can cut the bullshit, right? There's nothing about your privilege or perceived privileges that you have. This is not about your beauty, looks, and style. This is not about your wealth or whatever they have been trying to validate this behavior around. We are just waiting this out, okay? So you'll need to, this is because of their disorders. They cannot stop it as well. And I'm also getting your masculine as well as struggling with the disorder. But they see that you savagely possessed all of this, right? Anything that they tried to take from you, you took it right back. Okay, I'm hearing you took it back and you expanded it even more. Okay, do not fight them though. Anything that they tried to steal from you has been reclaimed. Okay, they are not winning anything. There's nothing to judge here, you guys. But I'm also getting that during this period of truth and understanding and the providing of relief, you provide everyone relief in this chaos and storm. Everyone is struggling. The collective is truly deeply disturbed by their behavior. But this could also lead to a predicament where they are empowered, okay? They could be, because you are bringing them, you are flipping their perspective and showing them that this is not a matter about your beauty, looks, and style, wealth, age, wisdom, or whatever else they felt that they were lacking that made them do this, right? This is an evolution where there's, where people are learning new skills within your collective, okay? This is a new survival mechanism for your collective that is not based on wealth, gender, age, sex, religion, body type, skin color, whatever, appearance, okay? And so it's bringing them truth and understanding, and maybe you guys are even healing them from a disorder, okay? You're healing their disorders, you're curing them. But this is also could be a predicament where they may try to, some of them are like, if you're here from Pal 1, they can pretend to be falsely awakened, okay? They're falsely awakened when they're really just, losers at life. They've chosen to, here's the false awakening dream coming out again. They're truly losing at life, or not, they can't communicate, they can't speak up, they can't, you know what I'm saying? They can't do the right thing, okay? Some of them, this is disordered behavior that has no cure, okay? So this is why this needs to be waited out and they need to be phased out of society. These psychopaths and sociopaths have a way of working themselves up through society. This may even be on the basis of an idolatry. Some of them may have wealth and status and attractiveness, and it's all an idolatry, or it's all a mechanism to pull from a selfish and intense desire, get more material gain, when they're really inept, not reaching the fully intended target, and not imparting the spiritual insights. They're falsely awakened because some of them quite literally are meaningless, okay? So some of them, you're bringing this truth and understanding to the collective that's, relieving the disturbance, because we are truly disturbed by their behavior. We're disturbed that they were just a dream. We're disturbed that they were just an idolatry. We're disturbed, right? And I'm hearing that you annihilated and obliterated these people and have been disillusioning them, okay? And that they were truly meaningless. So they cannot, pull from, they cannot become a predicament of power with truth and understanding, right? We are not going to empower them because now because we allow them to evolve with us. They are not allowed to evolve with us, okay? We have karma, okay? This is coming out as nothing for you to judge, but a karmic clearing, okay? This was a previous state of existence. Whoever has been in a state of idolatry, or they have had a lot of status, wealth, or attractiveness, this person is getting disillusioned, okay? And the collective is deciding their fate. The collective is involved in, the collective decides. This is a natural fate. Okay, I'm hearing that this is the fate, right? It's just this was divinely timed that their disillusionment would occur. Okay, and this is sad because everybody's like, they're not mad at you for disillusioning them, but we're just disturbed. Everyone is disturbed and apathetic that these people were falsely awakened. And they may try, we might be bringing, you're so beautiful, and bringing them truth and understanding to try to help heal their disorder, but they're truly meaningless. And this is not, we are not going to, oh my God, be so understanding, because they are still wearing this facade. Okay, there will be a point to which this person, some of them have already been annihilated, you guys, but there will become a point where this person cannot continue. There is a point into which there is a complete standstill, a stalemate, or this person cannot move forward. And you'll realize that this was the effect or consequence of a false awakening, or someone who pretended to be the one, or someone pretended they were in a coercive control. Okay, this was all a reality check. Okay, yeah, I'm hearing someone died. Okay, with the common dream. This may not be a literal death, but this is someone who is getting left behind. Okay, and this has been a positive development in the collective, but we are so disturbed that we were buying into this dream, or we were buying into this I mean, some of you guys are divorcing this person because you thought that this person, like, or or they died or something like that. Somebody was married, or you're getting divorced. Okay, or some of you guys took on a new job, or you took control of your life, or had a wake up, guys. So some of this involves someone of an old age, or a married couple. Someone's getting divorced, or this is just like, some of you guys need to wait for their partner to, I hate to say this, some of you guys need to wait for their partner to die, or they're phasing out. Somebody here is phasing out. And this is just like the fate. This is the karma, okay? And I'm also getting that it's a diva's omen for you to get married. Some of you guys, there's a transformation and positive development around your engagement, marriage announcements, press release. But some of you guys, other than that, if this is a person that is leaving, I'm hearing someone has had destructive behavior, immaturity, and we are becoming detached from these people who were, especially the ones who were in idolatry. Okay, they built up a lot of wealth and status, and we may have a shiny object syndrome with someone who has a lot of followers, or someone who has worked their way into society, but they're really a psychopath. And this is a health warning. It's something about a health warning about an ex, a health warning. Someone is becoming deceased, and this needs to be waited out, and this will be a storm. Or they feel like their ex has died, or they feel like a part of them has died, because this represented a big part of their life, especially if they were married to this person, or they were in a job or something like that. Some of you guys are changing jobs, and this is like you're moving and leaving a past behind where someone pretended to have a dream with you, or someone pretended to be in love with you, or something where you have a psychic advantage anyway with these people who just want to be in idolatry, or they just want to be meaningless. Okay, is what I'm saying. So the truth, I'm getting that what you need to know, or what is hidden from you, is that these people are forgiven ultimately, but because their death is here. This is the ending. They're done. They're a failure, and they, especially if they have built up a lot of status in society, some of them, there will be a press release about their end or their fate. Okay, so some of you, this person is being caught for crimes because of a negative consequences and substantial harm. Or this person is going to try to attack your masculine because they know that you rely on this person a lot. Okay, they're disturbing people at this point. Okay, so this is like, everyone's over it. Like, we're done. Why do you keep doing this? Like, it just keeps showing that you are meaningless. So we just need to wait them out, because people are just going to stop supporting them. Okay, LOL. There's been positive development around this. Okay, so what do you need to know about what is hidden from you? Okay, what is hidden from you? Pile 2. This has been extremely chaotic and emotionally overwhelming for everyone, okay? Especially if there's a divorce happening, the children and everything like that. Like, some of you guys were dealing with somebody who, some of y'all, this is extreme, and it sounds like this never happened to me. I cannot resonate with this, but it just came to mind. It might be like 1 or 2 people where somebody faked their death. Like, somebody quite literally faked their death, and now they're like in society, like parading around, maybe wearing a mask or doing something, you know, hiding in society because they like may have faked their death or something like that. LOL. What do you need to know? What is hidden from you? You know, in this transformation, okay? This is ultimately a positive development, but you just need to keep seeking a reliable friend and a, you know, a shelter, okay? So that, you know, this can emotionally withdraw, okay? Because there's a new beginning where there's divorce, a new job, and taking control of your own life, okay? Some of you guys have had a wake-up call, or something has been called to your attention. Some of you guys are in this cycle. You will be shedding those old ways and bad habits. You're releasing destructive behavior. You're detaching from this person that you need to divorce. You're detaching from these people that you need to fire. You're detaching from an ex-partner who is dying, or they are dead, or they are immature, okay? So, or this quite literally could be a prominent person of status in society who is getting disillusioned, okay? Somebody was falsely awakened, and we are starting to realize that they were just a dream, that they were just, you know, they were just an act, a performance, right? That they were not, you know, moving forward and leaving the past behind, okay? So, some of them have been in the hospital a lot recently, okay? Whoever this is that's dying, okay? Or somebody is literally committing, okay? There's a suicidal ideation here with somebody who cannot evolve, okay? When they see everybody moving on beyond them, leaving them behind, and not being interested in what they're doing, some of them quite literally will take their life, okay? Because you are the new stage in life, is what I'm hearing, and you are outshining these people and teaching people that they were idolatry, or that they were a projection, okay? That they were not a system that served their spiritual needs, okay? So, what do you need to know, okay? What else do you need to know about this hidden situation, pile 2? Yeah, this is a major change. I'm hearing, especially for those who have been in a love triangle. This person just got the axe real bad, okay? Because they were a health warning. Some of you guys, this X is a health warning, especially because this person has a fluid sexuality, or they have, you know, admonished sexuality or sexual trauma. And there's been a bird here that has been trying to, who you read them, I mean, you read this motherfucker like a book and told them that they were a health warning and that they cannot come. Okay, they're a health warning. They can't come. This X, health warning, enforced now. Okay, big change, and sorry, we cannot move forward. Okay, someone here, some of them are lying about their ex dying, or they're lying about, you know, moving on from an ex. Okay. But there was like a past baggage there, so is what I'm hearing. Something where just be compassionate about the past baggage. Just like some of you guys have your own past baggage as well. You are also not in the clear. You know, this person, I'm hearing that they were falsely awakened, or they were, you catalyzed them, or some of them, they went back to their ex or something like that. And you know, this ex has been a addiction, or they've been a neural psychological force. Especially if you're here from Power 1, there's a big change and a new beginning in this relationship with this ex, and they just need to be waited out, especially if they have like wealth tied up with this person. Okay. Okay, I'm hearing these people will not be considered anymore, okay, because this person is stable and present, and this is your person. Okay, this ex was just a dream, or they were just, you know, a facade, or they just died. Okay, they're done. Okay, this person, they know that you are the one for them, and they know that this person was just falsely awakened. Okay, and that was just a limiting belief that they had around their attractiveness or something like that. LOL. They have been becoming very detached from this this immature ex who's been destructive, and they have been a health warning, and that this ex has really just been an escapism from their daily life, or their self-sacrifice, their resentment towards someone. They keep sacrificing themselves really with their own resentment, and now this person is, now that you guys are making it through the storm, you are stable, you are in the authority position, especially these idolatries or these people who wanted to run up, with your dream and image and projection of you, masking arrayed around as you. You are savagely possessing them all, and they are forgiven, and it's a happily ever after. But a lot of them, they're done. We just gonna pretend that they don't exist because people will see that they don't exist. LOL. We're done with that. Thank you so much, pal, to let me know how that resonates, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Hi, pal 3. Welcome to your selection. So we have the one. Not the one, T. Okay, not the one, pal 3. This person gave it all to you. I'm hearing that I don't know, they gave it all to you. I don't know, they may have found you in a troubling, discouraging, frightful time in your life, and I don't know, something where you served them, loved them, and accepted them, and they just felt a sense of oneness with you. They could not believe like how you have helped them evolve. They cannot believe how they have manifested so much creation and beautiful abundance, their dreams coming into fruition since you have started serving them. They gave it all to you. Some of them, LOL. If this is an interracial couple, like I'm hearing someone say, oh, they chose a black girl, or they chose someone very different than them. Okay, and this is representing your love. The one represents a concept of non-dualism and oneness. I'm hearing one love. This is a relationship that you are receiving a gift and fortune. They know that you had to receive this person. They know that you had to become receptive to this person. You had to become fertile, still, calm, loving, grounded, compassionate, fertile for this person. They see that you were their divine feminine, and that because of their activation, you were so fertile and you created all of this abundance. If they feel like everything was about you and what you created from your serving, loving, and accepting heart, they gave it all to you, friend. They gave it all to you. Okay. Some of you guys have been with you through this storm and have seen the social facade that you have been wearing to survive. They feel like things are all starting to make sense now. They may have been looking at you and seeing your social facade, and they were not understanding everything. But you have brought so much truth and understanding into the situation, and have been providing them relief, and have been letting them know that this was a social facade and a mechanism to survive, and that you didn't know what you were going to get, that you were in a state of emergency. You are deeply revered, but this is a solemn reverence. There is a solemnness amongst the collective because of, through this intimate union with someone, they get a glimpse of all of consciousness because the gift that you are. I'm getting so emotional. This is so beautiful, you guys. I'm hearing something about it involves a uniting and a coexisting. And you guys have a community. You love each other, and your community is together, is what I'm hearing, a shared community network. And maybe both of you guys have been, you're so different. And you only felt like, you know, you were received by this person. And I know some of it was like, oh my God, I want to settle for, you know, something conservative. I want to settle for what I'm used to. I want to settle for someone who's in my own, so, you know, racial group. I don't believe in one love. I don't believe in all that. That person has a difference in religion. That person has a difference in social class. They have a difference in belief system and lifestyle. But they realize that people who share those same beliefs, or they share those same values, or share the same lifestyle, were actually not coexisting with them. They were like, oh, how can this person who's so different than me coexist with me and unite with me and give all of this gift of fortune to me, when these other people who were my conservative convention that I settled for never truly accepted me or served me in the same way. And so this union is expanding all of consciousness. This is a beautiful activation of self-love. And some of you, both of you may have, the one, have been struggling with an alienation. They have been struggling with feelings of rejection and abandonment. And whatever they were perceiving in your social facade, they were projecting their abandonment and rejection onto you. You were just trying to survive, right? And now they see that this was all a mission to unite everyone, and has led to the development of art and culture, perhaps. LOL. So from the unseen realm, what is hidden from you, Pile 3? Okay. The one. Okay. Some of you guys, this is someone that you haven't met yet, and you need to, you know, stop trying to do something conservative and conventional. Stop looking for someone that's a typical or safe option. You know, that represents a regression. That represents, you know, rejection and abandonment, honestly, right? Some of you guys do need to get out there and diversify your portfolio, diversify your friend group, diversify your network, and share, you know, your broad mind with other people, so that you don't feel so alone, you know, out here in this world, right? Where people just project onto you because they share your like, I don't know, because some people will project onto you because they share your skin color, or they share your lifestyle. It's like, we're nothing alike. Like, stop projecting me, right? LOL. We have lucid dreaming. Some of you guys, you needed to train yourself to receive this person. And I feel like it's because you guys have been maybe struggling with conditions like PTSD, or you've been dealing with some kind of fears or anxieties that have felt very real, okay? They have felt very real. And it has been because you guys have been disconnected from your body. Because of all of the rejection and abandonment, some of you guys have been so totally disconnected from your body, detached from reality even. Some of you guys have been knowing that you are dreaming, or you know that you are, especially if you suffer with a condition like schizophrenia, or some kind of psychosis, or it could even be some type of unspecified psychosis. But some of you guys are aware that you are in a state of dreaming or hallucinating, okay? A lot of advanced schizophrenics, high IQ schizophrenics, know that they are in psychosis. They know that they are, you know, they know that they are having a dream, or they're having that something feels very real. Like, there are events flashing through your brain that may feel very vivid and real, but they're actually not actions that are unfolding, okay? And this is because you are disconnected from your body, perhaps. Or you would definitely benefit from doing meditation and yoga with me, with our chakra alignment over at Felicia in the trees. But some of this has felt like a reoccurring nightmare or anxieties that you've been having, okay? And so you've been training your mind to feel safe. You've been training your mind to be in a proper condition, to be in a safe condition. Especially for some of you guys, if you have ancestral or epigenetic traumatic experiences, you can struggle with altered instincts, altered perceptions, altered intuitions. There is quite literally you needing to train a cognitive skill so that you don't perceive something destructive, okay, with the one, okay, because you guys have had a lot of invisible enemies, so it might feel like super unsafe, like just to be around anybody, okay? But this one, is someone that you'll need to fully trust, okay? And you'll need to train yourself to stay calm, compassionate, still, okay? To train yourself to be in a healthy relationship. We have a progressive dream. Some of you guys have been having progressive dreams about your person, or you guys have had a lot of positive development that have been progressing you to this state where you guys are cognitively secured, okay? Or you guys are, your relationship or situation has resolved a problem. Some of you guys have had a problem in your relationship, okay? Or you've been having, maybe, you have been having a recurring nightmare where you are with someone who you think is the one, or they could be the one, they could be a true love, but something destructive happens because you are in this anxiety, or you are struggling with the PTSD. Some of you guys, you are having to realize that a lot of this is your PTSD that keeps making you move on from people, that stops you from establishing roots. But it could also, some of you guys are also realizing that, the person that you are experiencing one love with, or true love, or non-dualism with, this is someone who has, they definitely involve your wealth. The person that's the one is someone who you are building wealth with. I know that you may have been struggling with PTSD. It may have been projecting the one onto others. And I feel like this has been helping you resolve a problem in your life, in your interpersonal relationships. Your divine counterparts, whether they're karmic, soulmates, whatever, you have many of them. And you have had many cycles of maybe not having enough cognitive skills to create a condition that is safe in the relationship. You are progressively moving towards the one. You guys are building wealth together and are creating a condition that is safe for you both. And this is a new skill that you're learning cognitively. And it may involve a lot of disillusionment. It may involve a lot of storms, chaos, or hardships, or periods where you don't feel connected to this person, or you feel like you guys need to take space. Some of you guys are learning a challenge, okay? You guys have been having a karmic challenge in your life, and it's, third party, whatever, right? Triangulation, conflict, woo up the band. It really doesn't matter, right? But ultimately, if you do have triangulations or third parties to your one, these are people who are helping you solve your problem, quite honestly. They are people who are helping you flip your perspective, so that you guys can train yourself cognitively to not react in an instinctual fawning and flopping, auto intuition. Top 3. Okay, now here where we left off, but I feel like the karmic challenge has been around your occupation. Maybe you get a lot of attention. Maybe you work with a lot of people of the same gender. Maybe you work in a taboo. Maybe you work in a dangerous situation that may involve crime or subversive activities. Some of you guys, some of you guys are lawyers, or you are familiar with, like, some of you guys have passed the bar exam, lol. Or some of you guys have, like, you're extremely credentialed, skilled, educated. Some of you guys are CEOs, executives, leaderships, girl bosses. And a lot of, like, especially if you're looking for a traditional relationship, they will struggle with your occupation, or struggle with you in a leadership position. They will struggle with you having an authority position. But let them know that you are simply a girl boss, and if they want to be so traditional, is what I'm hearing. Like some of them just want to be in control really bad. But you know what's best for the body, the mother. Some of you guys are the mother. You have the organs, okay? You're taking care of the organs in the home, and you know what's best. Like, some of them, they just need to bring you the money, like, or whatever money that you have, it goes towards the home, and the children, and the body, and the organs, and things of that nature. LOL. Or some of you guys have a really big sense of duty and obligation. You have a sense of duty, and some of these people have been struggling with you having this sense of duty. The person who is for you is a person who has a equally strong sense of duty. Someone that you are building wealth with. Someone who is also working. Someone who's also, like, has a sense of, like, it's important, no matter what kind of relationship that you're in, especially like if you have a sense of duty, that your partner also is just as ambitious as you as well. So you know, some of them, they will choose something conventional, or they will choose something else, or you know, some of these relationships, you know, they are, you know, when work comes around, it's hard to kind of balance it all. But I feel like, you know, making sure that you have your own thing and they have their own thing, is really important, okay? Especially if some of your work coincides, or there's a mutual interest, mutual affinity, okay? You know, I think it's important to like let them know, or to have a, you know, space and have your own thing, and to solve the problem, okay? Whatever the problem is. Some of you guys, the problem is your occupation. Some of them, they are very triggered when you have to go work, okay? But if you guys want a traditional relationship, it will take a sacrifice. Some of you guys will be leaving your job, you'll be leaving work, okay? Some of them are the problem is their ex, or the problem is you know, this, they are exploring their options to help them solve a problem, is what I'm hearing, okay? But you guys are definitely in wish fulfillment energy. You guys are in union, and you cannot be separate from this person. Something where there is a strong money tie with this person, there's a strong karmic tie with this person, and you guys cannot be separate from each other, okay? So there is a triggering with this person, okay? Especially if you guys are here from pile 1. And I know you might be deciding, like, if they keep getting this constant and persistent triggering, then should we deem them as unsafe and render them, you know, out of society? But I think that a lot of this triggering is the problem of their ex, okay? A lot of them, their ex is conservative or conventional, or they're just losers. They don't involve risk, or this ex is their trigger. This ex is is a traumatic experience. Some of them, their ex is quite literally traumatizing. There's a lot of like past relationship trauma with an ex, and they know that you are the one for them. So if when they get triggered, it's not you, okay? It's either their ex, or they have a problem with your occupation. But some of you work for this person, or you know what I'm saying, you work for them and overqualified, okay? LOL. But they just feel like you know, this is triggering. Some of them, their ex used to work, or their ex was also like this girl boss, smart, you know, hyper intelligent person as well, and they betrayed this person's trust when they were away at work, or they were lying and deceptive about something. They were deliberately disloyal. But you and this person, you guys have not been deliberately disloyal to one another. If there was some type of perceived disloyalty, it was by mistake, or it was about all this PTSD. You know what I'm saying? Some of you guys have been having a lot of progressive dreams around this. Oh, I love this card so much. Okay, dynamic mechanism. Okay, so this person that is the one. They love you. Okay, and they make everything about you. Clearly, it's everything about you. It's not like that this person wants everything to be about this ex. It's because this ex is a trigger that is like creating a problem in your relationship. Okay. And this person is starting to get the, like, something where their psyche has been in disparate parts, okay? Some of them are struggling with a neurotic or psychotic psyche, and this has been because of an underlying unconscious drive, an instinct that has molded their personality, or has motivated their behavior in a certain type of way. This ex created an emotional disorder, or this ex created a neural and psychotic psyche, and they have been trying to get to the underlying cause of this. Like, their issue has been that they have been projecting this disappointment from an ex, or it was something with this ex that could not be explained. Maybe this ex, like I said, this ex was smart, and like maybe they had similar qualities as you, or they were just like Maybe they were working as well or had an occupation. And something about you that may trigger them about this ex, okay? Something about you that is a triggering from their past or their ex, okay? This was a situation that really molded their personality, or it was they were a bird. I'm going to tell you, this ex was a bird. This ex is a loser. They have no method, follow through, no, even if they have this person is not maybe they were just like a bomb or something like that. Some of them were a bomb, or they're just call chasers on the internet, okay? They feel like this person molded their personality in a way, but it was the trauma that molded their personality. It was not this person's good qualities that molded their personality. You know what I'm saying? Like something where it has quite literally led to an unconscious, this traumatic experience with an ex led to an unconscious drive and instinctual response to fall and flop, or an alter instincts, because they concealed the truth so much. They healed the truth. Some of them never found out the truth about this person, or what motivated their behavior. And they've been having a lot of emotional disorders around this relationship, and maybe they wanted wish fulfillment with this person, but then they realized that this was they had an instinct about this person and they saw their true colors. Something where they may have had a dream or instinct about this person and saw their true colors, okay? And realized that this was the baggage, this was the person who was not really present in the relationship. I'm hearing the Six of Cups in the reverse. This person, they have just been in a limitation, and they have been in a limitation around this ex. Some of them, you were the one, they did something, you did something to them, maybe out of your PTSD, and they were not seeing things clearly, or they were not understanding. They could not explain the underlying and unconscious drives, and now things are starting to make sense, okay? And some of them went back to their ex after they got triggered by you, or or vice versa. Their ex was the one that was creating the problem, okay? And I think that this ultimately has been helping you both explore your options to solve problems. It's like there is a situation where there's been a disturbed psyche that has been blocking the union, but I'm hearing that you both are in a union. You are in union with one another, okay? And this ex, we are starting to understand and explain their relationship trauma and what has been stopping them from reaching their fully intended target, okay? That this ex was literally just lying or something like that. Somebody was just lying, okay? LOL. So let's see here. What's going on, Pal 3? What do you need to know about this hidden thing? What is hidden from you? Okay. Yeah, a canceled friendship, okay. Seven of Cups, and, the leap of faith. Yeah, some of you guys, this is the ex that is coming in between the relationship, okay? I'm hearing something where they may have shared a big dream with this person, or this person was a big molding of their personality, and things they keep, I feel like some of them, they keep, this is a PTSD with the Seven of Cups. This person was just lying. This was not, they felt molded by this person, but this was not real, okay, with the Seven of Cups. And so things fizzle out when this person's PTSD gets triggered, okay? They know that you are the one for them, but their PTSD and emotional disorder gets triggered when they go explore all these other options, where there was they projected the one, okay? They thought that this person, because they were such a big molding onto their personality. If you realize a lot of your romantic love will often mold your personality a lot. Although you may attribute a lot of your success to someone, or you feel like they played a big role in you becoming a success, it doesn't mean that that relationship needs to continue. It doesn't mean that that was even real. Some of this person, this Seven of Cups, this person has been going to explore options, and you are just that this is the one. Some of you guys have this is not a safe condition yet, And so you're just taking a leap of faith and trusting, okay? Tell me more about this trusting, okay? Some of them, they need to go explore their options to get a different approach to their problem that they're having, okay? They're having a problem that may not involve you, and they need to, they're at a crossroads and need to make an important decision. They know that you're the one for them, so this doesn't, whatever decision that they're making does not mean that your relationship is over. This Seven of Cups and the Three of Cups reverse does not mean that your relationship is over. It just means that someone or a big problem has come and sucked the life out of the party. It's like you and this person are having fun, and then this ex will come in. You know, this person's ex is really tapped into them as well, because they are emotional disorder and a PTSD. Some of them are still lingering around, and they have an instinct on when to, like, this is real, you guys. This is not me just making up some woo-woo. This ex or a emotional baggage or a past relationship trauma where there was emotional disorder created, this person was an unsafe relationship and they were abusive, and they have an instinct of when this person is getting ready to evolve. Like, they have an instinct, and they have been, or they know, they are trained to I don't know, they know this person, they have a relationship, they have a past investment, and they are like, they have this person's, they have a cognitive skill with this person, and like, and this is why they're disorder, because they know how to influence their behavior, motivate their behavior, and produce an emotional disorder, okay, with some type of lie, with some type of, like, you know, some type of, like, relying on feelings of nostalgia, and memories, okay, when really this person is really just like doing anything and desperate to, like, manipulate the situation, okay? Tell me more about the Seven of Cups. What is happening with the one? Yeah, the Seven of Cups in reverse. This is a relationship that they've truly lost hope in, okay? This relationship is they are still understanding and explaining what is driving their unconscious, okay? What is driving their psyche, right? So it's just at this point, just like, give them space and take a leap of faith. I think that you know who this person is already. Okay. But this person has really been, you know, they've really been struggling, you know, with this emotional disorder that was a past relationship trauma. This person literally just lied and then left them to, like, explore, you know, all these different possibilities, timelines, and options. Like, they really created a big problem for this person. They left them in a, like, some of them left them in an existential dread. Some of them, you know, they left them feeling as if there was a dream, okay? This person is like, they're projecting the disappointment, they're projecting the sadness. They're like, oh, why does my dreams always get shattered? When they're the ones that are just, like, lying and shattering the dream, is what I'm hearing. Some of them are really destructive, unsafe people, who are a problem in your relationship, because it represented this person's big molding of their personality, or represented, you know, this person's, you know, they thought they had a dream with this person. But really, you know, they were lying and left them feeling without hope, left them in an existential dread. I'm hearing everything got canceled, or everything was like, you know, there was I don't know, something happened, something unfolded that they were not expecting, okay? And this person, I'm hearing that they instinctually know, you know, that this person, you know, what this person values, you know, what they like or something like that. They talk to them on a regular, some of them talk to them on a regular basis, but you also talk to them on a regular basis. So this person, this is an unconscious drive. It's not something that they're doing to explore their options. It's not something that they're doing consciously. It's not something that they're doing to forsake you or to betray you. It's literally, things may fizzle out between you, or you'll feel like there's a drain in the relationship, because this person they go to explore options where they find a shared value, okay? But truly this relationship does not hold any value, or they're lying about their shared values. Like they're looking for some of them. Okay, let me pause for a little. What this is, pile 3, is that this is an emotional baggage with the 7 of Cups, with the third party or triangulation or an ex, okay? This person has felt like they have not had many options. With the Star reverse, they feel like they haven't had options. They feel rejected and abandoned. They feel despair. They may feel existential dread. They don't really have faith in any of these options, right? But it is because the relationships were PTSD, or the relationships were not explained in a term where they could explore and like understand the unconscious drive, okay? They were not able to explain this. So it is, you stay, like, I don't know, stay patient, stay calm, and do not panic when you see this 3 of Cups in the reverse, or you think that they're out strategizing something. This person is not aware that they're doing this. This is like a lucid dreaming of them. Or maybe not a lucid dreaming, maybe the opposite of a lucid dream. They are not knowing this is something that's happening while they sleep, or this is something that they don't know that they're doing. But they're having a lot of progressive dreams around it. They're having a lot, especially if they go with the 7 of Cups, they're going off to explore over many days and nights or something like that. They have a lot of different options, possibilities, and timelines, or they have a lot of things in their past that cannot be explained. And these are causing emotional disorders, baggages, and draining your relationship of fun and vitality when they remember the baggage, or when something is unconsciously triggered, okay? Especially if they felt like they felt like an affinity in the same interest, or they felt mutual, they felt like, some type of fun and camaraderie, or they felt like, they maybe have a get together, or they do some work with this person or something like that. They exchange, like, just pleasantries and things of that nature. But I feel like this can, this could also lead them down. Some of them are a siren, and this could all, these feelings of shared belief and feelings of friendship and, good times, and it could lead to them going down a neural pathway where they actually consider, these options, even if they are not, workable plans, even if they are not dedicated, even if they don't make sense, even if they are a lesser and lower quality than you. These are just this person's progressive dreaming, or their progressive exploration, to solve a problem in their life. And that problem is a personal matter. It has nothing to do with you. It is this person's emotional disorder and past relationship trauma. And that's what I'm seeing right now. Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah, I just think that this is not like a you problem. This is, their own approach to a problem that they have. And this is them recovering from, like, a spiritual poverty. It's this person. They know that you are the one for them, because you are their abundance. You are their, you are their one. You are their, where they feel fulfillment, accepted, love, right? You are their uniting. You are their coexisting. You are their community. And some of them, it's a very big difference between you and these other options. They clearly don't have faith in them, but they have, sometimes they do feel like these people are lying that they're accepting. They're lying that they're loving. They're lying that they're serving. And that these people, and that the one that you will choose, the one that is the one for you, or the one that, that you are receiving their gift and growing a fortune with, okay? Thank you so much, Pile 3. Let me know how that resonates down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Hi, Pile 4. Last but not least, welcome to your selection. You chose the Mask. Okay, so this is something toxic, okay? So what is hidden from you is I don't know if this is you or them, but this situation needs to evolve, okay? Someone needs to take the mask off, okay? We're not wearing a mask, for one. For two, this is also a social mask. This is a social facade. Some people see you, especially if you guys are here from, I think that this was Pal 1 or Pal 2, was it, about the siren who is not really seeing themselves correctly, but everyone else is like so overwhelmed by them. This feels like this, okay? You guys, people, I don't know if this is you doing this. I don't, because you're here, I don't think that you're doing this. But I feel like this is people's toxic expectations of you. I'm hearing that they are projecting onto you. People are projecting onto you, especially if you are a black girl. I'm hearing that right now the black girls are getting it really bad. So, you know, because, you know, any black girl that has wealth is getting it really bad right now, okay? Because that means that you are a gifted person. That means that you have moved into the dominant society and you have a good fortune, okay? So people are projecting onto you a lot. Like, it is getting really strange. Like, you see a black girl with nice possessions and living a nice life, it means that they're not dumb. It means that they cannot be taken advantage of. That means that they have merit to be here. They are aware of their history and they are fully present. This is why it's a very dangerous place. The most dangerous position is to be a black girl in this society. This involves a social facade, okay? This may even be like people that you may be projecting on, especially like those of the dominant culture. If you are, you know, said black girl, okay? This is like you might have a toxic expectation of the dominant culture, that they are logical, rational, balanced, and emotionally like that they are emotionally balanced, right? Probably because of their wealth and status. But this is quite opposite of what is going on. Or people project that onto you when they see that you have good fortune. They see that you are, oh, you're a black girl that has nice things. Oh, yeah, that person has been under, probably more than likely, a black girl that has survived, has faced substantial harm, and have had extremely negative consequences, you know, trying to overcome the addictions of their like grief-stricken cultural group. This is a dangerous projection that people, it's like some of you guys are literally running away from people because they are projecting a lot of this destructive stuff onto you. I mean, behind these social facades are extremely destructive emotions like anger and anxiety, including your own. These people and yourself, this is all a persona. You think that a black girl that has nice things and like a good fortune, you think that she doesn't get triggered, that she isn't, like, she's in a very dangerous position. To be a black girl in society and have wealth is to be someone who knew which way to go when the dominant culture didn't assist with that, right? It's like this person knew where to go when, like, they could have been a systemic failure. They could have been left behind. They could have been dead. Like, some of these people have this like toxic projection onto you, and it's like you're really sitting here struggling with anger and anxiety, and people are like all over you on a constant basis. Like, back up. It's like because it's like when they see you looking good, they know you have a gift. They know that you have a talent for creating and designing. They know that you have found your voice and that you're not just trapped in some type of box that they put you in. Like, something where it was like you've been going in certain environments and it's been unsafe for you to reveal your true identity. Your divine masculine knows that you've been wearing a social facade. It has not been safe to be like around these people. Some of you guys, if this is your divine masculine, or this is someone in the environment that has been wearing a mask, a persona, a performance, right? Their true identity is being revealed. And some of these people will let you, especially if this is the one, you guys are coming from Pile 3, they will let you know when it is safe for them to be around you, okay? For them to reveal themselves, okay? They have been seeking expression. Some of them, they want to, you have had the toxic expectation onto them that they have been evolving, that they have been great, that they have been okay. And this was your own toxic projection, especially if they are from a different cultural group or they are from the dominant culture. Just because they're from the dominant culture doesn't mean that they're okay, for one, okay? But there's been someone here who has been feeling left out. They haven't felt welcome, especially if this is difference in cultures, okay? This person has been seeking an expression and a stage in your life. They know that they have risen to the prominent place in your life, risen to the prominent authority within your life, because you speak for them or they speak for you, vice versa. But they have been looking for a stage within your life. They've been looking for a moment to speak up. And you have just been, you are letting them know that it is safe to step up now. It is safe. You know, some of you guys are creating a stage for them to step up. You're creating you're creating a pathway to their expression. You're creating a condition that is safe, okay? You have been their voice. You have been their brand. You have been helping them embody, and vice versa, okay? From the unseen realm, let's get a few messages. What is hidden from you, Pal? Pal 4, and maybe I'll start, linking please, you guys stay for the channel messages. This is also very important before we get to the cards, okay? This person has been struggling with their physical vessel, and you have been helping them embody their physical vessel. But I'm also getting that if you are a black girl, your body is really a target, okay, in society, because if your body gets honored and if you rise into good fortune, you disillusion the dominant culture with your body. A lot of people of the dominant culture are building bodies as well, and that also disillusions people within the dominant culture. You guys are starting to learn that this is not a matter of your difference in your gene pool or genetic expression. This is a matter of your nutrition, diet, health, and how hard you work for it. Okay, you're not going to have a fat ass if you don't work for it. No matter if you're black or white. You're not going to have a flat stomach if you eat poorly, no matter if you're black or white, right? These toxic projections behind these social facades are dangerous, and they create a lot of issues in the cultural groups as well, okay? So some of you guys have been struggling with the volatile and destructive emotions that may be driven by difference, okay? But really, this is all projections, right? This is not a you problem. This is their own problem, okay? Whoever this is, okay? If this is a girl, I'm hearing that if this is another black girl who doesn't have a nice body, they did not build their body right, or they did not, they were not in tune with their physical vessel. They were masculina. They were Bob the Builder. They were strong, right? Like some of y'all really took y'all time with y'all body and y'all beauty, and especially moving into the dominant culture where there are other beautiful people. This is showing you are moving, some of you guys are moving into a dominant culture, and it is a representation of your intelligence, your meritocracy, your merit. It's a representation of good nutrition, health, diet, and fitness, and self-control, and freeing yourself from the addictions. But just because you are moving into the dominant culture doesn't mean that you should not be discerning the dominant addiction as well, okay? So everyone needs to focus on embodying their physical vessel, okay? This may involve mischief and deception, but I feel like at this time, especially since, following over since from Pile 2, this is not a situation that needs to be judged. I think this is a situation, so, there may not be something that needs to be, this might not be a mischief or deception, but just you're being warned of mischief and deception from people who are not fully embodied within their physical vessel. It means that they have not had a self-control to do so, okay, for one. Trust the timing in this situation. Because some people here who are like obsessed with your body, these black girls and white girls, whatever, whoever it is, no one is buying it, okay? People who are just like, some of them are culturally appropriating, but some of them are just, you know, continuously dressing up as you, masking your right around as you, doing things, trying to build a wealth off of your name. And no one is buying it. They are just a waste, okay? They're just for funsies, LOL. But something has been super suppressed under this mask, and it might get them rejected, is what I'm hearing, something. So I'm getting that some of y'all, whoever this is, especially if this is another woman who's clearly been obsessed with your body, nobody is buying into their facade. Nobody is buying. Some of them, they have photography, and they're doing a lot of optical illusions with photography. Some of them are catfish, but I'm getting that also some of them are trying to embody your spirit with like photography. Some of them are, you know what I'm saying, they're trying to look like you on camera, or trying to, like, especially if they're putting on the same clothes, like, people will be like, oh, I think that's PAL 4, and then they'll click on it and be like, wait, that's not PAL 4, what the fuck is that? Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's something bad that's happening to, like, a lot of people who know you. They will, like, these are hidden enemies. Some of them, like, your tribe is finding these people who are masking your right around as you, LOL, and nobody's buying it, okay? They know that you are the mother and the original, and whoever's dressing up as you or trying to get your attention, they just look like opportunists, is what I'm hearing, okay? It's really, like, that really means that they're lacking personality, and just trying to bandwagon off of the success. Like, these are people who just want to look like they're a part of your tribe. Nobody's buying it. I'm also hearing that someone here's name starts with the letter B, or this is a Virgo Leo or something like that. This person is playing optical illusions online. Like I said, somebody is doing something with photography or videography. This person has blue contacts. They're wearing a lot of hair dye, is what I'm hearing, bleached hair. They're not a natural blonde or something like that. I'm also getting that this person has a lot of filters over their videos and photography as well. That's not how they really look. They're a catfish, okay? This Leo. I'm also getting that someone is in the dark a lot as well. So they're in the dark, or, you know, we just only like to see them from a distance. Like I said, somebody here from PAL 2, this is getting phased out, or they don't have enough attractiveness to survive, is what I'm hearing. I'm also getting that whoever this is playing a, like, optical illusion. Like, for example, like, I will tell you guys this one because I know you guys have seen a lot of my photography probably. Like, people who are not pole dancers, this is an optical illusion that they're putting up, right? They want, like, people who are not pole dancers will post themselves next to a pole, or they'll post themselves next to something that appears to be pole-like. They'll grab onto a pole perhaps, but they're not really, like, pole dancers. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like, you know, how Cardi B set the, like, stripper trend or something like that, or, you know, Cardi B was found next to a pole, and then you'll see another person's album cover with them as with them holding a pole, but they're not actually a pole dancer, can't actually move, can't actually, like, do it. Nobody's really buying it. So whoever's playing optical illusions and trying to post, like, pictures of poles in their photography, but they're really, like, wearing and masquerading aspects of your identity, nobody's buying it. I'm sorry, y'all. That was, like, literally 15 minutes of, like, channel messaging, but, like, they're accurate, LOL. Oh my god, this came out in PAL 3, okay? A psychotic disturbance, okay? Something where where this person, some of you guys have a psychotic disturbance with a disordered eating, okay? Some of you guys are malnourished, okay? So please figure out, like, some of you guys need to move to just eating whole foods or simple foods. If you're malnourished, some of you guys need to, don't focus on the pressure of cooking a meal, okay? Or putting ingredients together. Focus on receiving a whole food, okay? Go to the grocery, especially if you're homeless or something like that. go to the grocery store and get a tomato, cut the tomato, and sprinkle some salt and pepper onto it. Okay. Go grab a banana. Go get a bagel from Starbucks and a jar of peanut butter and a plastic knife from the KFC, and spread the peanut butter across the bagel and put a banana slice onto the bagel. Okay, do something. Eat simple foods and foods that you know will give you protein or give you nutritious ingredients. Okay, because some of you guys you might be struggling to create meals, or you're young adults, you don't know how to cook yet. So focus on eating whole foods. I'm also getting that something bad with this common dream. You might, like, because of malnourishment, something bad could be happening to your teeth, or you're worried about cavities and things like that because of this malnourishment. You guys, I've seen this a lot in the homeless communities, or drug, addicts who may be on methamphetamines and stuff like that. These things, malnourishment, like candy, eating a lot of candy from the corner store and not getting your proper diet, will erode your teeth. Okay, some of you guys are lacking dental insurance, so you'll need to look for a free clinic in your community. Okay, so it may involve a long wait, but they will help you. Okay, manage dreams and sleep. Okay, so you guys, there's been a lack of sleep, or a lack of good sleep that has been impacting your lifestyle and your mood and motivation. But I'm also getting that you might be with someone who has been wearing a social facade, because they have so many different anxieties about their appearance. Maybe some of them, they have a scar on their face, or they have they feel like their face is not attractive enough, or they're growing old, and this has been motivating their behavior. Okay, they feel like something underneath their mask or their social facade, their performance, that that they feel like this is something that's going to get them rejected. A man is what I'm hearing. A man who's wearing a social facade or mask. Okay, they feel like they have so much anxieties about their appearance, and they feel like these are instincts, right, that's driving your personality. Especially if some of you guys are here from Pile 3. If they keep going back to their ex, it's because their ex doesn't care about their appearance, or they're more comfortable there. They spent a lot more time there, or they've already seen them underneath the mask. Okay, this is what is motivating them to go back to an ex. Some of them have an organ inferiority complex. They don't feel like they can satiate you, or they feel like something, this may even be unconscious. Like you might think that they're perfectly fine, right? You might have seen their face. You might have been fine during intimacy, but it's like literally, it's been some kind of instinctual, unconscious instinct that has been driving them. Okay. Some of you guys, you were found making jokes about an organ inferiority complex. And this was very destructive to a relationship, because some of you guys really don't care about the size of that. That really does not matter, because if you do not like somebody, we don't care how big their D is, you will not feel comfortable or like having sex with them. Okay, that does not matter. Some of them have anxiety about their organ. Okay, they have a fear of rejection about their organ, or they feel like, okay, maybe what if the sex isn't good, or something like that. Okay, this person, they might go explore other options that they feel are more conservative and conventional, where they feel like they'll get more, they feel like they'll get more accepted. Okay, they really feel like you're too attractive. They feel like you're a 10 out of 10. They feel like you're the best, right? So them going to explore other people is not because they are looking for something attractive there. It's because they are unconsciously and instinctually driven by an emotional disorder that is a fear around their anxiety, or they cannot speak up, they cannot communicate, they feel too intimidated to communicate with you. Some of them have a poor diet or poor oral hygiene, or they have they've been struggling with their self-confidence and taking care of themselves. And so this ex is also probably in that realm of disgusting. LOL. So some of them have gone back to their ex to because of their they might have a bigger communication there. They don't feel as intimidated to communicate, or they are just unconsciously there, okay, instinctually there because of a past relationship trauma where they were really rejected, and they have been internalizing this around their appearance and projecting that onto you. For others, this is something that this person has been hiding. They have been hiding some kind of destructive emotion or destructive disorder, and they feel like they have hid this, and it's because, you know, they are they have hid this part because they feel like it'll get them, you know what I'm saying, it'll get them it'll get them rejected and abandoned. This may also involve their sexuality as well, okay? Somebody's name here starts with the letter V, or this person is a transgender, okay? Someone here is a transgender, or they, or their transgender is some of this, like, you know, I don't want to offend anybody, but we are a Pride 365 community. This is a transgender, but this person is still fluid in their sexuality. Some of them have changed their gender, but they feel like they have grown some feelings towards you, and they feel like you will reject them because of this, okay? Some of them, they get rejected a lot because they're transgender, okay? And that, or because they're growing old or something like that, okay? This could be a lot of different things under this person's social facade where they pretend to be okay, but really they have these deep anxieties around fear and rejection. Some of them are struggling and awake at night because they're worrying about you, or they're worrying about your appearance. If this is like another black girl, or this is another person who is in a beauty competition, but they really just keep getting disillusioned because of your natural beauty or your teeth or something like that, okay? Some of them, this has just been, you know, some of them who are wearing this mask, they have had a persona or performance that nobody is buying. Now, while it's true that we love you for as a beautiful artist or something like that, right? We love you as a beautiful artist, but it's really, you know, we know that this person is having, you know, under that mask, there's a lot of destructive emotions and feelings and things like that. We can tell. You put your foot into the music, like, we know that there's destructive emotions. We know, because we also are destructive emotions, right? That's why we're connecting with this artist. But something they feel that they have been hiding, a communication that needs to come out, that they need to speak up about, that they feel will get them rejected. Something that they may feel embarrassed about, something that they may have been ridiculed about in the past, something that makes them feel inferior, okay? Or they're struggling with feeling assertive because they have no money, or they don't have nutrition, they don't have, like, you know what I'm saying, they have a, you know, a lot of fear around their attractiveness as well, okay? A lot of different reasons why this person's psyche could be in disparate parts, like their reality, their ideal reality is not matching, okay? So they need to come on up out of this mask. So, you know, I think they have been seeking a platform to express, and I think that you are giving them that, and this is what is expanding in the relationship. So tell me more about what this person needs. I'm getting another person who's wearing a social facade. If you're here from Power 2 especially, there's a storm with women who have been obsessed with your black beauty and your good fortune and gifts. These are people who are wearing a performance, a persona. They might be other dancers or performers or musicians. They're just they're really lacking personality, and they might be adopting your personality or continuously disturbing the collective with a mimicking of you, because they're truly lacking, they're meaningless, truly lacking personality, and they are, some of them are lying on their platforms, some of them are lying about being 365, Pride 365, some of them, they really want to be a mother. If they're gay, some of them, they really want to be a mother, okay? But they have, like, they wear a mask of being a lesbian or something like that. And now, like, but low-key, they might be trying to, like, some of them are trying to, like, cause mischief and deception and intercept in your relationship and pretend like they have fellowship and pretend like they have, you know, value, and pretend that they are like cool to like try to like riz up on your masculine, cause to stop you guys from getting pregnant is what I'm hearing. Someone wants to stop you guys from getting pregnant. And they keep like something where they keep adopting your personality, okay? They adopt your personality through an instinctual response. It's like they'll come to your page and they'll see you displaying and fully embodied through the destruction of the divine masculine. They have an instinctual response about a new expression or a new expansion around your personality. And they will, next thing you know, they have a post up that's like embodying your personality. Like, embody you, don't embody me, right? Some of them, they do need to heal. Like some of them, this embodiment, you are their embodiment practice. So they need to heal so that they can like release these fears around embracing who they really are. But some of them, this is just mischief. They're really meaningless and they don't really have a purpose. Or some of them, they want to cross over into this abundance and recover from a spiritual poverty, but they keep having an emotional tantrum and swinging into suppression, swinging into hiding, they might even reject you. But they want you to know, especially if this is your divine masculine, that they will let you know when it is safe, okay? You know, for them to come out of this hiding, and when they're done being angry, okay, they're aware, okay, of what's going on. So, but they feel like something that has been motivating their behavior will get them rejected, okay. So, okay, but yeah, this is someone who is just someone who is just like trying to cause mischief with a performance or a mask, okay? But they're really like an opportunist who's trying to like bandwagon off of your expression. They keep like trying to, like, they know that you are the wealth and the embodiment and the mother, and so because you are the mother, they just keep trying to like embody you. Like they keep trying to like be like the mother. Like they keep trying to be like, they know that it's not their house, and they know that they are not coming. Like they're not getting featured. They're not getting, you know, they're not getting a man is what I'm hearing. Some of them are not getting a man. That sounds so bad. Some of them are getting divorced as well. And so like they know that because you are the mother, they want to embody more of you as the mother and the organs in the home, and they just don't have that. You know what I'm saying? So they're trying to see if they can get a free ride and like see if that embodying you will get them to the same results, or they're trying to stop a union, okay? But nobody's buying this. Like, y'all, whoever this is, they not buying it. I'm hearing that somebody is not buying it. LOL. Okay. But tell me more about, you know, what could be feeling, you know, what is it that they feel will get them rejected? Because some of them are meaningless and they just want to cause mischief, but some of them have fears around their anxieties, okay? If this is the person who's wanting to cause mischief, you guys are expanding after flipping your perspective. You are expanding beyond their influence, okay, or their mischief, and their vanity, okay, and to not collaborating with them. Everyone will assume and know that they are just a vanity, okay? Especially because if they're not attractive, y'all, or they have bad teeth, you really just don't need to worry about them, okay? Some of them, they're really struggling to find a man because they don't have nice teeth, but they also failed to focus on that. Like, you know, they feel like you have a privilege, okay? Some of you have been body typing, so some of them have been feeling inferior to you because you have been body typing them about their teeth, or you have been body typing them about their, like, you know, them lacking, you know, a man, and lacking a, you know what I'm saying, lacking a dream. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, like I said, this is not about their appearance, but some of these people, they were so vain some of them were projecting onto you. They were the ones body typing you. So if they felt like, some of you guys shamed somebody for organ inferiority complex, but I feel like this was someone who you may have been intimate with, and you guys had a really intimate relationship, and they turned around and started to shame you, or they turned around and like join the jelly team, right? They started to join the opposite version of you, is what I'm hearing, okay? And started body typing you, and you let them know that that was just like an organ inferiority complex. I'm also getting that a lot of these people, they see you as having a privilege. The reason why they started like attacking you and projecting vanity is because this was really their own anxieties about their appearance. So they might have had a bigger butt than you. They might have had like, lighter skin, or they may have had something that was a privilege, but it was really a projection of their anxiety, where you were the one that just like sat there with the natural beauty. Like it was something where you were just like, it was like people deem you, and it's clear that you were like the one for someone. Clear that you were the one for someone. And it was like they know that this person was really attracted to you, like flaws and all, right? So someone started body typing you, and you knew, I'm hearing that maybe you didn't have like, maybe they didn't say this to you directly. Maybe you got communication through the ether. And you may have shared some harsh communication that may have been perceived as a body typing. But for one, and I can, I will, honestly, for our collective, I will speak from experience about this. Sometimes, like, we talked about this recently on a live stream as well, is that sometimes, using, if you are aware that someone has a anxiety about their appearance or attractiveness, and you intentionally do that, like you intentionally harm them, to, this could have been intentionally or unintentional, but some of you guys, you intentionally hurt this person, okay? Because, okay, let's take two different scenarios, because I want to break this down, because I want us to clear this problem that we've been having, because we are evolving and moving on. For one, okay, you may have, if you were the one doing the body typing, okay, they will try to say that you were the vain one, that you were the ones that was like, that you were the ones that was bad, right? You were the villain, okay? But this situation, there was communication that you received that someone body typed you in a market. Maybe, like I said, some of you guys are a new standard of beauty in the market. Some of them were shaming you for fat, or they were shaming you for your teeth, okay? They were shaming you for some type of reason, when they were really, the people who were body typing you were the ones that were jealous of you. The people who are body typing you are the ones who are in their negative envy. Let's be clear. People who are truly of a merit and are secure within themselves don't need to go and body type someone else, because we are all here on a merit. This is not because of a body type, right? This is because of what your body is capable of doing. So some of you guys, especially if you're involved in an aesthetic, dance, movement, okay, performance, this situation is like, they have really seen that you were the ones that was gifted as a mother. Like, you were the ones that was desired. So it wasn't making sense that they were body typing you. It wasn't making sense that they were trying to shame you when you were the one that was chosen, friend. Okay, you were the one that got chose. So that tells you what this really is. Okay? This was unconscious and instinctual responses, and shows that they really just don't have the merit and privilege to be here. All tea, all shade, bitch, all offense, okay? Somebody was body typing you when that was really their problem, right? This was really a projection of their own anxieties about their issues. You may have brought destructive communication, harsh communications, and made them realize that I'm the mother. I am the one that's desired. I am the goddess form, right? So they might see that as a body typing, but the people, the mother doesn't have a body type. The mother is a person that is chosen to build a home, family, and reproduce organs. If a man does not choose you to reproduce organs, that means that they don't want those organs, friend. There was a lot of harsh communication that is body typing, but really they were the ones body typing you at this dance studio, in this aesthetic movement or performance, okay? Some of you guys, this was unintentional. Some of you guys, you might have been shaming somebody else and they just got caught in the crossfire. Some of them, they felt like you were drawing on their weakness, or you were trying to use something against them. Some of them were partners, okay, involved in this first group, right? Go back over here. Some of them were partners that were intimate with you and then turned around and started body shaming you, and you let them know that they were really just inferior around their organ, right? And maybe you did say some things that you didn't mean. Like, I ultimately think that you enjoyed the intimacy, but you knew that they were inferior about their organ. And so they projected something volatile and destructive onto the relationship. And, you were not buying it whatsoever. You were like, you're like a piece of shit. Like, honestly, you're clearly just doing that because you're mad about something and you truly feel inferior too. But I think the common theme in this Power 4 is that people have been seeing you with a privilege, especially if you are a black girl. Like, if you have nice hair, if you have lighter skin, if you have a nice body, and you seem like you have a degree of security and wealth and emotional satisfaction, people project these volatile and destructive emotions, and they have been, especially if these are strangers who are just seeing your persona, or they're just seeing your personality and performance, and they don't know who you are. This has been extremely toxic, and they may want to cause mischief, or do something bad, because they just cannot handle you looking like a black girl that looks good. Like, they can't just handle you, because you represent, a superior femininity, grace, beauty, charm. And, ultimately, it's not about your beauty, but it's about your superior evolution. It's about your superiority as a natural selection. It's not about the form. The goddess form is the way that the divine feminine spirits manifest. People who are not chosen to be the mothers or divine feminine are the ones who their spirit has not manifested. So these people are just pretending to be like you, right? They just, to see if they can help them manifest a man, to see if it can help them manifest this vanity where they have a home and family and children, so that they can just possess those things and not actually embody those things. Okay? That's what I'm seeing, Power 4, LOL. Keep getting sleep. Some of you guys need to get sleep around a situation that has been, disturbing your psyche, because there's like a lot of opportunists or people who, we don't see them fully. They're not fully embodied. They keep making grand proclamations in your name, and they keep, they keep trying to look like you and keep trying to build a wealth upon you. And nobody's really buying it. We don't see that this person has followed through, method, and a fortune. Okay, they're not chosen to reproduce with, at least not over here. Okay, but they feel like, they're just really lacking a personality. And so, everybody sees that they're just like lacking a personality, and nobody is interested in that, especially if they keep showing up as you. You're like, okay, you can, they're really getting alienated, okay, from the network. They're getting alienated from the network. They might have, millions of people strangers or people who don't share, your network, and people who don't share your social group where you guys have fun and, do work together, collaborate. This person is not getting collaborated with. Like, they're not, friend, because everyone is seeing in the corporate, because they're collaborating with you, for one. And I'm also getting too, there may even be a communication or news around this person, and it's going to get them rejected. Okay, it's going to get them rejected. Okay. So some of you, you are looking for a platform to speak up about this, a platform to express about this, because this involves a dangerous disillusionment, especially if there's been someone from Power 1, perhaps, like an idolatry, or someone who has fame. Okay. They're growing old, and people are starting to see, that they've taken some risk, or that they've really been lacking the personality, or that they've really just been truly, struggling with anxieties about their appearance, right? But you guys, just a safety warning about, my black girls who have a perceived privilege. People are actually really like, the people who are getting left behind are the ones who feel like, oh, it's a privilege. Oh, it's, here's someone else with a privilege, and they're getting left behind because they had no personality. Come on, friend, let them know. Come on, some of these people are getting left behind even if they have a privilege. We're not, we're not buying into these spiritual systems that no longer serve us. You are making it, for one, being here are making it very hard for these people to win off of this privilege, idolatry, and this lacking of merit and personality. Okay, what they have been suppressing is getting them alienated. Okay, the Tower. People are truly getting alienated, and it's not because we are not accepting, it's because they cannot evolve, y'all. Like, it's really because they cannot evolve beyond these deep anxieties about their appearance. Okay, the Four of Pentacles, everyone is trying to like close off from them. And I'm also getting that some of these people they're having this is a stark realization. Like, whatever comes out in news or press or communication, this is going to embarrass this person, for one. They will be very embarrassed, okay? Because it'll show that you were the one that molded their personality, and that they're not truly and authentically in power. So the press is going to be bad, okay? You'll need to be very protective of yourself. Be very safe. I'm hearing wear the color black and don't say anything. You will need to put on your social facade, okay? Because there are a lot of people, when they see you, they have stark realizations that I'm hearing that you are bringing them a high voltage realization that's showing them where their psyche is neurotic. When you show up with a personality and a gift and good fortune, especially as a black girl, these people who are growing old, or these people who have been vain, are getting disillusioned. Some of them have been, they were not expecting you to be successful, so they are like, they're going to be really embarrassed when people realize that they were just stealing from you, that they were copycatting you. I'm also getting that if these are people with bad teeth, you guys, my mother plays a huge role in funding Felicia Nitri's tarot. My mother has no teeth whatsoever, okay? And I have learned, and I don't think that she will mind me sharing this with you guys, she now has a set of dentures, but there were times where I have learned a lot of, unhealed feminine energy from my mother, because she has had such a tremendous anxiety about her appearance. My mother is lacking teeth because they were violently knocked out by a domestic abuser. I know how difficult it could be to find your expression when there's an anxiety about your teeth. We all have anxieties about our appearances and imperfections. When you're comparing yourself to an idolatry, when you're comparing yourself to a standard of perfection, or, archetypal mold that's in the media, okay? That is very stressful, okay? But do not hold yourself to standards of perfection, right? The everyday people are not this vain, right? And if they are, those are people who are just opportunists, social climbers, trying to get to perfection, trying to get to the image, okay? But I feel like for a lot of you guys, these people who are insecure about their teeth have, they have not empowered themselves enough to do anything about it. But it's also a representation of their spirit, okay? I personally feel like how your physical form looks is a manifestation of your spirit and how you take care of yourself. So although we may find relief in truth and understanding in these people who have bad teeth, we also have to not allow this to be a predicament of power. These people still do not serve a purpose, and they're still meaningless. Just because you have anxiety about your appearance doesn't mean that you get to bandwagon off of someone that you feel has a privilege. Doesn't mean that you get to masquerade around as someone. Doesn't mean that you get to harm them when they're sick and ill. Doesn't mean that you get to violently attack them because you have an anxiety about your appearance. Okay? What has been motivating their behavior is their anxiety about their appearance. I'm also getting that this person who has a fame, or there is a press around them, this will bring a stark truth. And people will realize that, they will have compassionate space that this person has had fear around their anxiety, but they will know that this person was really trying to harm someone, or they were trying to they were trying to uphold a privilege. Some of them, they were really trying to uphold a privilege because some of them, that this is not about their teeth, you guys. This is a lot of different things. Just take it how it resonates, especially this person who is going to be getting rejected and alienated from society. They're getting left behind because people will realize that this was not truly a personality that they love. It was really someone else's personality that they were trying to profit off of. Okay, there are people of a privilege who are, especially if you are a black girl, there's been someone of a privilege who has been trying to embody your spirit and essence, and they have been culturally appropriating and trying to capitalize off of it, or trying to build wealth, because they know that it's like a black girl is like a wealth. It's like everything turns to gold when a black girl becomes aware. Like when a black girl gets free, we all get free, right? Because you knew that they're here on a merit and not a privilege, right? They're here on the culture, not a privilege. Okay, although some of them see you as having a privilege. That's what I'm hearing, friends. But some of these people, I'm hearing there's a press coming out around someone who's had a privilege, or they've had fame, or they've had plastic surgery, or they've been undermining, they've been in a CEO position or something like that. They have been undermining the laws and the government, or doing something subversive, because they have truly they've been wanting to utilize their privilege, or they felt that it was within their liberties to do something, and it's really been exploitive of a marginalized group, is what I'm hearing. It's been an exploitation, and these people are going to feel very exposed, embarrassed, and they're going to try to hold on to whatever they have left. Okay, especially the ones who are growing old, they're trying to hold on to the market that they have left. Okay. Or the fan base that they have left. But people are really going to they're going to be really embarrassed in front of them as well, because people are going to be like, wait, we thought that this was your personality, when it was really them trying to capitalize and exploit someone weaker and less fortunate. Okay. Unfortunately, they truly are getting left behind. Okay. So, I feel like in this group particularly, this is not someone who is rendered safe to be in society, okay? This is a vanity. Let me see here. Yeah, they shouldn't have invested, friends. Shouldn't have invested, okay? They were just someone who's trying to do business, is what I'm hearing. Someone who is wearing a mask, wearing wearing your teeth, is what I'm hearing. Someone who's been wearing your teeth, or they have been, maybe they have issues with their teeth, and then that's under the mask, okay? Some of them, they are too triggered to be with you, or something like that, because of their teeth, is what I'm hearing, okay? Or this is someone who you are the original, and they were just a copycat dupe. They're looking to profit, okay? This person is just the King of Pentacles, that shouldn't have invested, because now they're going out of business, is what I'm hearing, okay? Tell me about this person who's going out of business. I'm hearing that these are a lot of women who show up in a masculine energy towards you, okay? The King of Pentacles feels like a woman, okay? In a woman's body, or they're transgender. Yeah, this person, oh my God, y'all, this person has truly just been projecting. This person was meaningless. We're not moving forward with these people. Who is this? Okay. Yeah, I'm hearing that people are going to grow a heightened discernment when they get this disillusionment. This is somebody with this is someone who has, this is someone of a person of privilege. Okay. Okay. Or they see that you have a privilege too. Some of them, you might share the same privilege, and they're just projecting you. It's or they feel like you guys share the same privilege, but they got fucked up teeth, right? Or some of them, they might have gotten here on a merit too, and then you were the one that got chosen because of your appearance, or something like that, okay? Some of them, they really will try to hold on to what's left, but, this is really we don't really think that they had a merit, friends, okay? This is a conflict with someone, okay? This is a conflict with somebody because of their appearance, okay? They're just projecting you, and that's what's underneath the mask. No one is buying it, right? We all see them, as people who cannot hold themselves accountable for their actions. We see them as people who have been unfair, unjust, people who may have had a privilege. They've just been projecting your image, and they poorly invested. And those investments, even if they have a privilege, those investments did not get them the same results, and it definitely didn't get them respect. They're getting casted out. That's so unfortunate, because people are just like, why would you try to benefit off of the majority? Some of them, they try to benefit off of majority, or they try to benefit off of society with your personality. And this was not imparting the spiritual insight. This was just to keep like a privilege, is what I'm hearing. Something as bad is happening to them. Okay, this is what I'm seeing. Pow 4. That's really unfortunate. Protect your teeth. People are really jealous of your teeth and your smile as well, you guys. But it is quite literally the way that the spirit of the divine feminine manifests. So that's the tea. So, like I said, well, I love you, Pow 4. I'll see you in the next one.